So many content films, many content driven films are just encouraged by our Telugu audience. మనందరికీ తెలిసిందే. సో ఈసారి కూడా ఒక మంచి కొత్త అటెంప్ట్తో ఈటీవీ విన్లో మన వలరి అయితే రాబోతుంది. సో ఆ టీం అయితే మన ముందున్నారు. సో మనం మాట్లాడి తెలుసుకుందాం అసలు వాట్స్ ద సీక్రెట్ బిహైండ్, అసలు ఎందుకు చేయాల్సి వచ్చింది అని చెప్పేసి మొత్తం అన్ని బయటికి తీద్దాం. సో దిస్ ఇస్ కార్తిక్ ఫ్రమ్ మహా మ్యాక్స్. లెట్స్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ అవర్ gorgeous Rithika garu.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll go.
This was scary.
Yeah, because
I liked it.
her characterization is
Yes.
also a scary thing.
Yes.
And after that we will also go with the logical thinker.
Oh,
Rithika
thank
garu.
you. Logical thinker. Come slowly.
Yeah. So hi Annie.
Hello.
How are you? And actually I've just said before to you, when we are seeing you in a horror picturizations, it posters, or actually your expressions and your screen presence is just cute, pretty. ఎందుకో తెలీదు. సో ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ లుక్ లైక్ దట్. అండ్ మీరు అలా మీరు హర్రర్ ఫిలిమ్స్ చేసినా సరే వీఆర్ జస్ట్ థింకింగ్ యూ యాజ్ అర్ ఇన్ అ రొమాంటిక్ వే. హౌ యూ పుల్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ presence, like ella
As in like in the film?
in the film, in all the films.
I feel like I'm very versatile as a person, not just as an actor. I switch roles very easily. So if you put me in a certain outfit, or if I'm wearing a certain kind of makeup, or if my hair is a certain way, then I start acting that way. If I'm in my regular clothes, then I'll act that way. So I switch very easily. I think it comes from my sports background. Chala bahut chote umar se we've been taught to adapt, right? We go for so many tournaments. You might not get the best of facilities. You'll have to adjust anywhere and everywhere. So I think that chameleon madri or adjusting ability I have, which I think really helps me as an actor also. So I think that is why I can switch so easily.
Yeah, and your voice also is just bass. Actually we feel scary when you are మీరు అరవక్కర్లేదు, మీరు గట్టిగా మాట్లాడినా సరే we will feel scary.
will be reflected in her
The
voice.
boldness
Even
and
that I can manipulate. Like if I want to sound like this, I can sound like this, and then I can also do this. So I can also like keep it very.
yeah.
So even that I can modulate. I have both. So I have so many different facets of me that I like to play with that I don't even realize sometimes. So when scripts like these come, I'm like, wow, I'm hungry. Yes, give it to me. So it's fun. Yeah.
So we'll dive into our logical thinker. So అండి
Hi Karthik.
దేనికి అంటే వలరి ఈజ్ అ డ్రివెన్ టైటిల్ ఫ్రమ్ తమిళ్,
Yes.
యూ హ్యావ్ జస్ట్ సెడ్ ఇన్ అ ప్రెస్ మీట్. సో ఎందుకు అంటే మెనీ అండ్ యు ఆర్ వెరీ పర్టికులర్ ఇన్ తెలుగు లాంగ్వేజెస్, ఇన్ తెలుగు వర్డ్.
Yes.
థో యు ఆర్ ఎ మలయాళీ.
No, I have to correct it here. I'm not a Malayali. My
Yeah.
mother tongue is Telugu.
Okay.
But I'm born and brought up in Tamil Nadu.
ఓకే
Coimbatore is my hometown.
ఓకే ఓకే.
Just because I reside near Kerala, it doesn't make me a Malayali.
నా అంటే ఇంత పర్టికులారిటీ ఉన్నప్పుడు వై యూ
Opted for this.
ఫ్రమ్ తమిళ్
అవునండి.
ఎందుకు అంటే
ఎందుకు అనేది అంటే లైక్ ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ ద స్టోరీ రిక్వైర్డ్ దట్ ద ఎంటైర్ స్టోరీ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ఇఫ్ యూ డూ సంథింగ్ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము లైక్ ద వాట్ యూ కాల్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫిజిక్స్ లాస్ ఎవ్రీ యాక్షన్ హ్యాస్ అన్ ఈక్వల్ ఆపోజిట్ రియాక్షన్. యూటర్న్ మనం చూసాము. అలాంటి మనం ఏం చేస్తేను వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ డూ ఇన్ దిస్ వరల్డ్ ఇస్ గెటింగ్ రికార్డెడ్ విచ్ నాట్ ఎవ్రీబడి నోస్. ద స్టోరీతో క్రక్స్ ఏంటంటే అదే. ఇప్పుడు దివ్య క్యారెక్టర్ యాజ్ అ చైల్డ్ షీ మర్డర్స్ హర్ ఫ్యామిలీ, and do you think the ghosts are going to spare her just because it's their own daughter? It is going to come back to her. And how she is going to handle it, that is the crux of the film. So it's an activity or the action of a boomerang. That is why we wanted a word. But boomerang anenappudu manaku chaala playful ga aipotundi, and boomerang is English. When you can embrace English as an Indian, why not embrace Tamil, which is the neighborhood state?
Exactly.
And that hats off to my producer, who is very diplomatic and open minded to approve this title. Even I insisted the producer garu if it's okay to find an equivalent word for Valari, which is a historical weapon. Exactly. He said why. He himself, the producer was so what do you call, open-minded and diplomatic, that he said we will have Valari itself as the title because it has its, you know, place in history. Let us let us give a place again and bring it to the audience so they learn more about our Indian history than
Yeah.
knowing about Boomerang, which belongs to Australia.
So presently, every horror genre or thriller genre are just driven by the realities
Yes.
and real incidents they have just took. Ante, what made you do this film?
ఈ ఫిలింలో నాకు నాట్ సింగిల్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ అండి, దెర్ ఇస్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ పర్సనాలిటీస్, లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ దట్ ఐ కమ్ అక్రాస్ ఇన్ ద రియల్ లైఫ్ విచ్ హ్యాస్ ట్రిగర్డ్ మీ టు కమ్ అప్ విత్ వన్ వెల్ నిట్ స్క్రిప్ట్ లైక్ దిస్. ఎందుకంటే బాలాంబిక, ద రోల్ రితికా గారు ఇస్ ప్లేయింగ్ ఇన్ ద ఫిలిం, has been inspired by one skillful artist, Meenakshi Amma. When I saw Meenakshi Amma on screen, I don't want to explain much about her. When you watch the film, you will know which Meenakshi Amma I'm talking about. She is a martial arts expert. When I saw her, I thought my heroine should, reflect that particular personality we have as a wealth of our country, even now. And then the incidents, ఎక్కువ tragic incidents జరుగుతుంది. And we have customs and traditions in the film which we as a girl child have undergone, all the puberty ceremony, what they do, and we think it is all unnecessary, it is all like, namke vaste manam chestunnam, and now people have given up all those customs and tradition. But I have tried to decode, certain aspects of tradition and custom. I would say like we have used that underline laga oka line akkada kanipichedi is a weapon. It's prasadini.
Yeah.
It's prasadini in the film. We don't even know what prasadini means, which Subbaraju sir will explain in the movie.
Yeah, మొన్న కూడా and here one weapon, అక్కడ ఒకటి ఇక్కడ ఒకటి, and title is purely driven with weapon.
Yes, weapon, but first lo undedi it's a musical instrument and it's not a weapon the baby is holding.
Flute.
Yes, it's a wind flute. It's a wind flute which will make music when you sway.
నేను కన్ఫ్యూజ్.
No. You will not know until you watch the film. That's
Yeah.
okay. We want you to be confused.
అంటే ఆ యొక్క ఆరా ఆర్ ఆ యాంగ్జైటీని క్రియేట్ చేయాలి
You have
ఫర్
to
ఎ
be
ఫిల్మ్.
curious about what it
Exactly.
is all.
సో రితికా గారు, యాక్చువల్లీ హర్రర్ అంటే వీ హ్యావ్ జస్ట్ విట్నెస్డ్ యూ ఇన్ శివలింగ ఆల్సో. బ్యూటిఫుల్ అనే దానికంటే వెరీ హారిఫైయింగ్ యువర్ యాక్షన్స్ ఆర్, బికాస్ దట్ క్లైమాక్స్ విచ్ యూ హ్యావ్ డన్ వెన్ యూ యాక్టెడ్ ఇన్ దట్ షేడ్స్ ఆఫ్. సో హౌ అక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడికి వాట్ మేడ్ యూ టు డూ, అంటే హౌ యూ చేంజ్డ్ యువర్ క్యారెక్టరైజేషన్స్ ఫర్ దిస్ ఫిలిం ఆఫ్టర్ శివలింగ?
Good question. This is a very different kind of a horror. Shivlingala vandu P. Vasu sir oda direction. So whatever P. Vasu sir was saying and doing, I was replicating him exactly like that because he's very particular like that, and of course he's a legendary director.
Exactly.
So I would also like to follow in his footsteps and mimic him exactly, But here with Rithika ma'am, this character has to take its own kind of a form. It's like water.
Yes.
Like every day. She's different because she's going through so many changes internally. Every single day she's finding out something new about what she has done, about the history of the house. So every day, okay, you can't shape this character in like one line. With every scene it kind of changes internally.
Exactly.
There's one small change that happens. So it's a very psychologically driven role, I would say. Also with this, if you can see in the picture, I've also learned Silambam. Anna, I had only 2 days. So I learned the stick Silambam, and then I learned there was one more.
Terrasu Silambam. Terrasu Silambam is, where you rotate Silambam using physical balance to weigh the vegetables or whatever.
You know those tarazu that we have?
Tekda?
So we have to do it with that. So I had 2 days. One was for this, the other one was for that, and then I had to go on shoot and do it. I was so nervous because then I balanced real. So usually they stick the glass, right?
Exactly.
Here I have actually balanced it with actual juice in it.
Yes,
And I actually land it and I drink from it.
Yes.
So there was a lot of pressure and I can't like keep taking multiple
killed it.
retakes. It was very scary. And there is one more thing, but I won't say it now. You wait, you watch the movie and
We'll
you'll
watch the
realize.
film.
Yeah.
నో, అంటే డైరెక్టర్ గారు ఇప్పుడు ఇన్ని యొక్క లాజిక్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే వెన్ యు ఆర్ సేయింగ్ దీస్ మెనీ యునీక్ నేమ్స్ అండ్ యు ఆర్ జస్ట్ మీరు తీసుకొస్తున్నారు తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్కి,
అవునండి.
వై డోంట్ యూ ట్రై టు గో టు అన్ థియేట్రికల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్?
ఇప్పుడు because my producer who identified the potential of the script is ETV Win అండి, and
Yeah,
ETV Win
ETV
is a
Win will
booming
be-
app.
yeah.
నేను and it is a matter of like tapping the fingers to go to theaters. It's not a difficult thing, but the intention of creating Valari is to build audience for ETV Win app. మనం థియేటర్కి వెళ్ళాము అంటే స్పెండింగ్ సర్టన్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ మనీ అండ్ టేకింగ్ ఇట్ టు థియేటర్స్ విల్ నాట్ ప్రామిస్ యాజ్ మెనీ సబ్స్క్రైబర్స్ అండ్ ఓటీటీ విల్ రిసీవ్. ఇప్పుడు మేము మీకు ఇప్పుడు నచ్చింది, టీజర్ నచ్చింది, ట్రైలర్ నచ్చింది అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ నో అదర్ విండోస్ ఆర్ డోర్స్ ఓపెన్, యూ విల్ కమ్ టు అస్, యూ విల్, అండ్ ఎస్పెషలీ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ వెరీ స్మాల్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ మనీ పర్ డే, ₹1, 365 rupees for an entire year.
That's all?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
per day ₹1.
See,
Wow.
ఇది పర్ డే ₹1, 365 రూపీస్లో మీకు నాట్ ఓన్లీ వలరీ, యు ఆర్ వాచింగ్ ఆల్ ద ఫిల్మ్స్ ఆన్ ఈటీవీ
Exactly.
యాప్. మీరు ఇప్పుడు వలరీ కాకుండా వేరే ఏ ఫిల్మ్ కోసం సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోపోతున్నారు? దట్ ఈస్ ద ఛాలెంజ్ ఆ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ ఇస్ ఆస్కింగ్, గివింగ్ ఇట్ టు ద పబ్లిక్.
Okay. So, Valari, if not Valari, what film you want to do in ETV Win app?
ఈటీవీ విన్ యాప్,
In ETV Win app.
definitely there is an n number of scripts I would like to give on ETV Win app. There is a romance comedy and psychological romance which we would like to play around.
If horror, Rithika Singh garu, you have just take
Yes.
in horror film. But if you want to do another genre with Rithika,
Yes.
which genre you want to do?
I would like to do an action romance with Rithika.
Nice, like a nice Mr. and
I
Mrs.
will, no, not that. The hero will do the action because here I have made her do all the action.
Yeah, I really
Actually,
Yeah, I want her to show the feminine side of her which she has in abundance. She do not, reflect it on screen, unfortunately, or maybe that's her plus as well. So I want to bring the femininity, like she's hiding.
It's just continuing when we watch her previous films also. అంటే యాక్టర్కి తగ్గట్టు she will do her actions, and in Guru also we just watched her screen presence, and we have watched her actions
yes.
with intense.
Yes.
And so అక్కడి నుంచి డ్రివెన్ చేసుకుంటే why don't you do a film like Guru?
అది చేసే like I never want to
అంటే
yeah.
I just want not to replicate it, but అలా parallel గా కానీ
లేదు,
లేకపోతే
thought process is different from one director to another director, and the way they look at actors is different. What Sudha ma'am saw in Rithika is not the same thing what I found in Rithika, and it
Yeah.
will not be the same when it comes to P. Vasu sir or anybody
Exactly.
like whom she is working right
Yeah.
now with. ఒకరొకరు ఒక్కొక్క పర్సెప్షన్ తో అప్రోచ్ చేస్తున్నాము. సో ఇట్స్ గుడ్ ఫర్ అన్ యాక్టర్ ఆల్సో టు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ దట్ పర్టిక్యులర్ side of themselves.
yeah.
So a kaleidoscope la with gear, like it has to give all shades.
Okay.
I don't want her to do the same thing.
Okay. So how is the working experience with Srikanth garu?
Oh, amazing, amazing. He's very fun to be around. He's always cracking jokes. He speaks a lot of Hindi also. So we had a lot of conversations, and I also learned a lot from him as an actor. How to be more giving, how to be more considerate and think of for the other actor, even when you are doing takes. So sometimes actors get so carried away while performing, you don't think if you're covering somebody else's light, or if you're covering them entirely in a frame. He's always very watchful of that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's something I learned from him.
So any fed up అయిపోయే situations ఏమన్నా face చేశారు
With sir.
in behind the shoots
Of course there are
with
like
director?
no, there are of course, like when we sit for discussions or where something happens, when a scene takes too long to set up, of course there's a little bit of back and forth happening, but that is something you leave behind, especially if you, like, I genuinely connect with her. So if you genuinely connect with somebody and you know what their intention is, you leave it on the last day of shoot, ange like pack up until done. So you
And it
forget
was-
all of that.
It was very superficial.
Yeah.
The glitches what we faced. I'll say what it is. It's me who's wanting her to sweat. That's the only problem which happened between us.
Okay.
ఆయన మనం రితికా గారు ఎంత స్వెట్ వేస్తేనో షీల్ బి గ్లోయింగ్. I will not see her sweat. అది ఒకే ఒక ప్రాబ్లం
Oh.
వచ్చింది, వేరే ఏం లేదు మాకు.
Because of
Yeah.
her
Otherwise,
colour.
she slayed her role and all that. Yeah, her colour.
Contrasting.
She'll be glowing. I'll be like, why is she glowing? ఇక్కడ మానిటర్ చూస్తే she'll be glowing, but when I go and talk to her, there is sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to come and she's like, but there is, I can see sweat here.
Yes.
And then on the monitor it does not show.
So,
There was a
sweat.
little bit, but it works. Like what she says makes sense because the scenes look more intense. Some
Okay.
scenes do require that that ruggedness, that sweat.
The water
Okay.
sweat is the only heated thing between me and her.
And you should become for 5 minutes as a Prashant Neel Garu, and you should have the boggu to her to express that sweat.
No, no. I'll be completely drenched anyways.
Okay, so background music and the situation, which the background score and the music
Yes.
is a best is an important thing for horror and
Yes.
thriller films.
Yes.
So how it driven, and while we watching the trailer, it's completely అంటే ఒక ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయితే తీసుకొచ్చింది.
Thank you.
While we watched in theater it is, so theatrical experience I have just experienced. While watching in OTT, when we catching our mobiles or when we watching in our TVs, so how it will reflect to
It
audience.
will definitely require, because T.S. Vishnu, who is the music director of this
Yeah.
film, is from Trivandrum, and he did not become a music director just like that. He has done lots of research in his, part of profile. He has traveled abroad, studied music from the big stalwarts of, international music industry and all that. That has been utilized in this film. He has been
Okay.
so worried that all that knowledge he has derived is not properly used when it comes to commercial cinema or anything. But when it comes to horror film, I was very happy to, extract what he has as his best and give it to the audience who is coming with a trust in the film.
సో వైల్ టాకింగ్ విత్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు సినిమాటోగ్రఫీ గురించి మాట్లాడితే
Yes.
ద షార్ట్స్ షుడ్ బి మోర్ స్కేరీ
Yes.
and the darker shades should
Yes.
be create some interest to audience.
Yes.
So did you compromise at any
Not
No.
at all.
kind of situations?
Never. No, we've taken this one time. It took 5.5 hours to set up one shot.
One shot.
Yes.
It took that long because that shot is
A
very
single
tricky.
shot where you walk down
Yes,
the
What,
corridor
five-
and open the door.
5 hours?
5.5.
5.5 hours.
At least I think because the shot starts from the first
Yes.
floor.
Okay.
And then the same camera comes down,
Yes.
follows me on the second floor.
You will see
But
that
there
in
was
the
no
making.
track or trolley or anything. We
Okay.
did something very
Rostradam.
Yeah.
Like, where she'll come from the corridor, ma'am will go and open the door. Then she'll go to the telephone. Then she'll go to the television. From there, she'll go to the oven. it is a
Long
single
shot.
take. It is a single.
We've covered the whole
Okay.
area.
To set
Very
it
difficult.
up itself took 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
And to execute also took 5.5 hours.
Because we kept
And
retaking.
I should appreciate her patience, because we've been retaking, making her
Yeah.
like, walk up and down all
Ah.
the time.
Finalized which take? And which take you have
It was
just
like
finalized?
third or fourth take we got.
Third or fourth.
Yes.
take.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
And
Ah.
hats off to Sujata Siddharth, who's done a very great job with
Yeah.
all those. He has like suggested a lot of newer
Okay.
things that has helped, like the single shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either don't assume in a wrong way, but when you are saying this 5.5 hours, I just think the RRR interview when NTR sir and Ram Charan sir just saying about Rajamouli Garu at Natna to step. He just okayed, he just shooted 17 takes and he just okayed the second take.
Oh, that's how it worked here as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
We made her
I
walk
just
at 8 or
remembered
10
you
times
as a
instead of
Rajamouli.
first take, Yes. Oh, thank you. That's a
Okay.
big honor. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Rajamouli Garu.
Okay. What's your favorite dream genre you have just wanted to make for a theatrical
Action romance.
action romance?
Yes. Where the hero will
Dream
do
genre.
the action and heroine will do the romance.
For you?
I want to do. So right now I want to do many kinds of roles, but if you ask me a film, I want to do like a very intense romance, like very passionate romance that borderline becomes toxic eventually, something very intense, not like a rom-com, no comedy, just like pure passion.
Pure passion. Can I share my opinion also?
Yes.
I just want to see you as in a Cinderella type
Yeah,
of.
would be nice, no? Would be very
Yeah.
nice. Because I don't know if you've seen Oh My Kadavle. Have you seen my film Oh My Kadavle?
Yeah.
So that's a
What is
very
it?
soft, very sweet, feminine
Yes.
character, which I am not. Like even in my real life, I can't connect to her that much. So she's too nice.
Yes.
No, antavareki nice. I'm not. I'm not.
That's the nicest thing, isn't it? Only a nicer person
And you are
can say they're
accepting
not
the
nice.
truth in front of many people, and it's a very good thing. So
Yeah.
finally, I will ask some questions for both of you, and you just want to dedicate one genre, and for which genre you have just want to make with that heroes.
Okay.
I'll say some 5 to 6
Okay,
names,
Okay.
and
Hope I know all their names.
you say about the directed genre.
Genre I want to
Yeah.
direct them with.
Direct
Ah,
them.
okay,
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'll start with random names
Okay.
in Telugu
Like a
film
rapid
industry.
fire round, huh?
Yeah, I'll just come to you. Okay, so Nani garu,
Nani garu. Yes, this action romance I have in mind.
action romance. Nani garu and Rithika garu.
Yeah.
Would
Wow.
be nice.
Thank you. Get me the number, please.
Okay, Vijay Devarkonda garu.
అదే చెప్తే బాగుండదు కదా బట్ ఐ స్టిల్ వాంట్ టు డూ అ కమర్షియల్ ఫిల్మ్
Same.
రొమాన్స్
Same.
ఎస్ సేమ్
Okay, Nai Chaitanya garu.
యారు నాగ చైతన్య గారు ఎందుకు లైక్ ఆల్ దీస్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ మై హెడ్ అండ్ యూఆర్ ఐ హ్యావ్ అ రామ్ కామ్ ఫర్ నాగ చైతన్య సార్
Rom-com.
ఎస్
Okay, Ram Charan garu.
రామ్ చరణ్ గారు వెరీ బిగ్ కమర్షియల్ సినిమా ఐ వాంట్ డూ సంథింగ్
Commercial film.
ఎస్ విత్ హిస్టారికల్ హీరోయిజం
Historical heroes.
ఎస్
1000 members soldiers. Okay, Junior NTR garu.
జూనియర్ ఎన్టీఆర్ గారు ఓ ఓ ఓ డెఫినెట్లీ అ కమర్షియల్ ఫిల్మ్
Commercial film.
డెఫినెట్లీ అ కమర్షియల్ ఫిల్మ్
Did you watch?
I have, yes, I do have a script in mind for Junior NTR Garu, which
Okay.
is a brother-sister thing in a commercial way, not a sentimental, tragic, crying way. So, yes, for
Prabhas garu.
Prabhas Garu. Okay. I want him to act as a lover boy, you know, something, enough of action and all that, something very romantic.
Something very romantic.
Very romantic.
Okay. Prabhas garu.
Prabhas Garu.
After watching Salar only,
Yes.
you have just decided.
Yes. I thought like we have to.
Unique. Very unique. So I'll just say some names. Some one word. I'll just say some one words, and you have to say which is suitable to that heroes. You have just to you have to say that hero names. Okay.
Super.
So handsome.
Everybody's handsome.
Yeah, everybody's handsome.
Everybody is.
Everybody's good looking.
If she is not saying anything, means you have just one opinion.
Not really. She's right though.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Best screen presence.
They all literally. I mean, I can't.
All everybody means what?
In the segment
Cut.
You have just to say one.
because everybody like I can't choose one. One.
Okay.
Very tough.
Cut.
Yeah, because for ma'am it's more appropriate because she can direct them. But
Exactly.
for me, I can't choose because they're all like. you're talking
Okay,
about
I'll
legendary-
just say some names and which genre you want to do as an actress with that heroes.
Okay.
You want to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same names. I have just repeating. I will repeat. So you say about the మీరు ఏ సైడ్ నుంచి చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు విచ్ జానర్ యూ వాంట్ టు
Okay.
డూ ఓకే సో ఫస్ట్లీ విత్ విజయ్ దేవరకొండ గారు
I think a nice film about where we are traveling together, kind of like finding ourselves on that journey, connecting,
జర్నీ
kind of like a journey Madhuri film would be nice.
నాని గారు
I think an intense romance.
Wow.
జెర్సీ టైప్
Kind of like that. Yeah.
జెర్సీ ఓకే
Here I wanted to add, that's ma'am's question, ma'am's answer. I would like to say that Nani Garu's Ashtachamma, I miss
Okay,
him
okay.
performing another
First
Ashtachamma.
film.
Yes, I want him to do a rom-com.
Yeah,
the
would be
action
nice.
romance.
ఓకే
Yeah.
ఓకే
It's been a long while.
అంటే మాకు కూడా ఇష్టమే నాని గారిని అలా చూడడం సో జూనియర్ ఎన్టీఆర్ గారు
Ooh, I would love to do a full-on commercial mass film where I can dance with him.
Ah.
Many dance numbers. Yeah, like 5 dance numbers.